so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you at the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I'm in 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man when my name is your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that just was plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all get so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Monday down. Go Chiefs. Get down.
Now on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target. And it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Here we go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Where's 52? White.
Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me. Martavis Bryant. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Right there. Hey, go orange. Orange.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Rivers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So out come the Raiders. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. Down. 180. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. 734. Low. Go Chief.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
Hey, we got 3 down. You're mine. 6-18.
Shotgun now for Carr. Boyle with a catch right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Carr now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Down. 180.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 1-8, we're good. 29. 29.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he stopped immediately there. Credit the tackle to Brandon Mebane.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Down. You're 180. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Carr going to throw. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Watch tight. Tight ends right. We got 4.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Touchdown.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad.
And this is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
3 down.
Here's Carr. Man open left side is Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
four down, four down. Alert three, alert three, alert three.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Solo out there, check out. Purdue. Yo, Chief. Three down.
From the gun now on third down. Carr. He completes it to Bryant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Four down. Get set. 180. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's complete to Brown, right side. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Carr now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Four down. Get set. 180. Listen, hot. 52. Express.
Throwing again. Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Down. Blue 80. What's that?
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to take a shot for the end. And Brown's got it for an Oakland touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Yeah, score. Yeah. Touchdown, baby,
yeah. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 49-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger play on their radar.
Bigger play. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him. But right now, he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. A first down throw here for Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Rocket. 12. Oh, get him.
To throw again. Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Let's go.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Right there, 54. Keep it skinny. Get hot.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
12. Hey, Rocket.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Let's go. Here we go.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did want a quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stopped short of the 30. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
1-8, we're good, we're good. Down, 180. Listen, hot.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Wider.
3 down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
3 down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vontaze Burfict with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back near his goal line. There's Carr. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. First down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4.
Carr now on 1st down.
Back.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. To throw, it's Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground.
He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
6-18. Listen hot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Buffalo wall.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense stop? And the Raiders have got him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
Here we go.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Down.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Throwing his car on third down. They're able to locate Wilson. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Keep it skinny. Load it. Load it.
Got his left. 4 down, 4 down. 54's much.
They keep it on the ground again, Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. And you'll get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
Hey! White!
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the track.
Hey!
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Benson Mayowa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey!
Now Rivers sets up the screen for Gordon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
To throw on third down. Rivers, he's got his man. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
Ready? Buffalo wall.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So it's third and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Throwing Rivers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it at least a 3 and out to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
808. Go, Chief. Go, Chief. That's up.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
And maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now a play fake. Carr. Able to get away, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Buffalo wall. 12. White. Shot. 89.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hey.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy looking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Carr going to look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey. 4 down.
And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one. Right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Oakland, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning.
Sound.
Okay, I'm back to school. This is open campus. I should slap it open-handed. Tough life, I told her model she need lower standards. Asked her if she had a twin. I feel like Joey Tanner. Big spender, Kris Jenner, I promote the family. Kardashian, see the Bizzo, she like, oh, it's happening. Think she call me, cause she never knew her daddy. And my all black, Rhythm Nation Janet, boy, don't make me Jackson.